to start off talking about neutrinos. So neutrinos, it means little neutral one. And these are tiny cosmic messengers with the mass of 1/1,000,000th the weight of one proton. And yeah, I know, right? I was like, that is super, super tiny. And so mass means that they can carry information. So these neutrinos are small enough to pass through any atomic barrier without resistance. And they can be called or referred to as the breath of stars, the exhaled energy of stellar fusion. You can also think of this as chi or prana. And there are more neutrinos in the universe than anything else. And there are 3 trillion neutrinos and their carried information that pass through every square inch of our planet and us every second. And the sun provides 70% of the neutrinos that are out there. And then the remaining 30% comes from the stars in the Milky Way, as well as the planet Jupiter.
And they're pouring in on us all the time. It's so many. This information is the important part. They can carry information. The fact is they do carry information. So information, look at information like I stepped on the wood and got a splinter. The wood gave its splinter to you because that was the information of the wood. I know that's rather abstract, but that's what information is, just the fact that it exists. It has inherent information. If I show up and start talking to you, I've got information. These things are basically coded with an energy that our bodies interpret as something, is what the point is. That's the information they're carrying. Their existence is the information. Essentially, that's the majority of their information. And as it differentiates itself, pouring through planets, for instance, that's where our genome picks it up. And it's like, oh, you're made different this way. And it's filtered through these consciousness crystals, which we're going to get into in a moment, small enough to pass through any atomic barrier. And that is essentially correct, except for one. It is not small enough to pass directly through the proton or the neutron. That's why we're able to collect them sooner or later. That's why the planets are able to color the neutrino feed that pours in on us, because Mars is made up of a certain thing. So when the neutrino ocean or river really is pouring through Mars and on its way to us to mint us like a coin, Mars is stopping it a certain way because some of its protons and neutrons, the neutrino will hit it so square dead on that it stops there. It's dead-ended. So some neutrinos stop inside the planet. Not many. Mostly it just pours right through. So that's what this atomic barrier thing is talking about. This stellar chi and this prana, it is because the fusion only happens inside the star, that so far, part of its exhaling and part of what is happening from it is this stuff that acts like a wavicle. It is so incredibly light that it's almost impossible to measure, but it does have mass, so it can't travel at the speed of light. That's why it's like a breath. If it were just light, it wouldn't be the breath. But because it's slightly slower than the speed of light, it acts as a prana. This chi that we have, the whole thing is intense. More neutrinos than anything else so far that we know of, absolutely. And 3 trillion every square inch, 70%. Yep.
Yeah, I pulled all of this from the definitive human design book. So it is 3 trillion neutrinos.
Is it trillion? Okay.
It's 3 trillion, yeah, according to the definitive book of human design.
Copy
and
that.
It's cool because you said that it goes a little slower than the speed of light. So according to the book, it says it's 1 to 2% slower than the speed of light, which is why they can't be pure energy.
They can't be pure energy, or they would be the speed of light.
Yeah. And so it's like these like subatomic data particles, right? It's like these bits of data, it's like there's radio waves going through us, there's Wi-Fi waves going through us. Like how many picture messages and videos are just going through us right now by the technology that we've created. So it's neat, like, oh, of course, there's this subatomic particle that's like sending all these tiny little messages around.
Quite literally, it's not that big of a stretch to get there, in other words, from our logical scientific selves. So you can see that and we can share that. Yeah.